Wow, these really reflect on the camera. This is why folks don't wear glasses on camera. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca. And today I am going to do a speed round, but don't laugh if the video is long. It's not that the video is speedy. It's that each thing I'm going to talk about, I'm going to be very quick. I'm going to share with you PR that I've received and my opinion of it. How about that? These are readers I got from Caddis Life. Caddis, they sent these to me. I am so excited. I collaborated with Jones Road and they sent me a pair of the Bobbi Brown lenses that she wears that are Caddis. And then I got these, and I think they're called the Miklos. I'll look to see what kind they are. They actually sent me the matte black. I was looking at a different color, but I'm okay with this 100%. They have like a tortoise. They have many styles of readers. These are progressive lenses, so they have your correction down here, whereas this part has no correction, so you don't have to keep taking them off and on your face or your head. And they also have the blue light protection. These are so comfortable, and I really, really like them. So thank you, Caddis. This was tons of fun. I don't always share every PR I get, because what I find interesting about my job and myself as an influencer, micro-influencer, creator, my demographic is very interesting, because being 51 years old, I think that a lot of women watch my channel because I have experience with products and techniques and things and skincare that can be helpful. And if you've been doing this for a while and you're my age, you don't want to waste your time. You don't want to waste your time. You want to find out what works. And if you can afford to pay a little more, you're okay with that. And then there is the only kind of wanting drugstore or only a bargain. And I think I've always been kind of associated with that because of my name. And I do love a good bargain. I absolutely do. But I don't necessarily always buy something because of how much or how little it costs. And I think your idea of what works for you and how you're frugal, and there's a whole philosophy I could get into, which I won't to save time, but just keep in mind that some of these PR are high end and some of them aren't. And that I don't have a control over who, I mean, I kind of do have a control over who sends me things. I could say no and refuse, but I also think, how great is it that I get to try this and be a guinea pig and then tell you about it? And you don't have to spend the money. You can watch this free review. This video is not sponsored, and so I don't get on here and bash anyone. I just give you I try to give some comprehensive information, an objective point of view. I share what I like versus bashing what I don't like. That's just that's how I live. So it takes a lot for me to just come right out and say I hate something, because I typically don't hate something. I'll just tell you why I think it's either better for me or not gonna work for me. I am going to talk about Elemis. They reached out and they sent me their absolute cult classic Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. Now, I have always been an admirer of this from afar, very curious. I know that it is a higher price tag. I also know that it has a bit of a fragrance to it, so I just always avoided it. But I'm here to say it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. I understand why people love it. It's a little warm in my bathroom, so this is gonna look a little greasy. It's separated just a smidge. That's because my bathroom's probably like 80 degrees. It has a fresh scent, maybe a bit of lavender, and lavender can be very sensitizing for me. So I haven't been using this all the time, but I have used it to remove makeup and it works beautifully. And then it rinses off beautifully. So for your pre-cleanse, this is phenomenal. It works on mascara and waterproof and liquid and long wear, and it's just beautiful. They also sent me their glycolic, or I should say their dynamic resurfacing pads, and I think these are phenomenal too. I'm a little bit, I have to go very carefully when it comes to any kind of glycolic or acid for my sensitive skin, but these work beautifully on the T-zone. They do have a light fragrance. It did not irritate my skin. I also use them on my back and areas of my body that I find get like clogged pores. So these are beautiful. They also sent me a Pro Collagen Marine Cream SPF 30. This sunscreen is gorgeous. It is so funny because I am not one to get a very fancy high-end sunscreen. Again, light fragrance, but depending on your, like, God, and it smells so good. It's so subtle. It's so subtle. And it has the most, this is like, if I didn't need to worry about anything, if my skin wasn't sensitive, you know, and I didn't care how much I spent on my sunscreen or whatever, you know, like this is so silky. This blends in so beautifully. I'm going to use it on my neck and décolleté because I can't get over how fabulous it feels. And then just that kind of hint of, oh, it really is beautiful. Colleen Rothschild sent these to me. I got her 3 kind of icon bestsellers. And I know a lot of influencers talk about Colleen Rothschild or have discount codes. And they also make a glycolic acid peel. These have blue agave in them. They are very large. They're fun. I actually gave these a try. They have a little bit of a more pronounced scent than the Elemis ones. These are so good though, especially for your back and maybe the backs of your arms for the PK. What's that called? You know, I use these with care. I've used them on my T-zone and it's nice. You know, when you use something just once, it's like, oh my God, it's beautiful. So it did not irritate my skin, but if I use it too frequently, I know that my skin barrier has a tendency to overreact. So I'm not going to use that frequently, but it is gorgeous. Something else they sent me, and it's in my shower, is their hair mask. Wow, wow. It's like a custard for your hair. So it has detangling properties. It feels just amazing and rich and oh my gosh. And it smells so high end. Like it smells above my pay grade for sure. It is gorgeous, gorgeous. I didn't know this existed, but it's an illuminating eye cream and it has a light peach tint to it. And it doesn't act like a makeup on the skin, except for the fact that it has a bit of pigment. It's very light reflecting. It also is very smooth. It doesn't have any kind of crepey texture. It doesn't look like concealer. It's very, very thin and it just blends in nicely. I just sort of dab it right along there. Then Lion Pose is a brand. I know that Sephora carries this. This is a peel. This is a night serum. This is gorgeous. And I know I say gorgeous, but I love the packaging. I love the color scheme. They are a company. Mindy Kaling is an investor or co-creator. And it's called Unspotted for X, and it has a proprietary blend that is unique to tones of melanin that often get ignored in skincare, especially clinical trials, because they have their discoloration, darkness, and other kind of, you know, patches of what they deal with when you have a difference in melanin that's not just fair or Anglo Caucasian skin. They're not included in trials, and they just don't have that base, that example to pull from. And so this company focuses on those skins. All skins can use it, but it is really nice that it is formulated to be understood for the dark areas, that the discoloration and pigmentation that darker skins get. And I have also used this, and because it is an acid, I am very careful with it, but it is beautiful and it does not irritate. But I've also used it with caution and infrequently. Dermalex sent me their redness rehab cream. I love that cream. That is a beautiful, how many times do I say beautiful? That is a very effective cream for red skin, and it's a great barrier cream, and it is, I love it. I use it. They also have a Revitalite eyelid and dark circle corrector, and I've only just received this recently, so I can't give you kind of a before and after, but it does have that cooling tip, and you apply it to your under eye area to help minimize darkness, puffiness, and it's gonna help. It's, you know, between this and the Colleen Rothschild, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can never complain. Like I said, I can never complain. This one has the cooling tip. It's lovely and feels great. And Dermalex has a very their track record for the effectiveness of their products is pretty great. So I'm really excited about that, and I will continue to use it. I'm going to talk about new ColourPop blushes. They have a new liquid blush. Very cute, very cute. I have not tried these yet. So they sent me 2 shades. I've got She's Cute and Super Shy. Okay. So this one is the shade Super Shy. Reminds me a little bit of Rare Beauty. So these are a liquid. Ooh, it's very thin, very pigmented, really pretty. And I think I would say kind of sheer, kind of, you know, not matte, not pearl, not thin. And then this one is She's Cute. I'm gonna put it right next to it. Looks like you only need to use a little bit. Oh, that's cute. Look at, and it says She's Cute. These are very pink, very rose tone. Normally I get something a little more coral. Do the She's Cute. And I don't know what boyfriend blush technique means, but it's something about you put it on your face lower. I don't know what that is. So like, why am I gonna put that lower? Instead of the apples of your cheeks, you put it down here. I'm not doing this right. I'm definitely not doing this right. Well, now I just look orange and pink. I like it. I like the way this feels. Just a second. I am going to do some different makeup and different bronzer. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Nice. All right. I'm gonna do the shade Super Shy. I love how these feel. These are, I like it. I like it. Okay, first I like to apply it on my hand or somewhere, and then I am going to just do that. Yeah, that just, I think, works for me. A little bit across the nose. Oh, that is cute. I like that shade. Gives me a little like flushed. Yeah, that's really cute. Hard Candy has something called Lip Slide. And it is basically their lip oil, but with more pigment. And they sent me 4 shades. The pink one is in my purse. So I've got this like dark red wine. Then there's this plum, and then there's this sort of nude, almost looks kind of liver. I think these lip oils are beautiful and they feel great on the lips. I love the shade. However, the pigmentation does not last very long. So when you put this on, and if you like smooth it out over a liner, depending on how you've put the liner, it will wear, and then you'll just be left with liner. Jones Road sent me like a little summer pack, and they've got this liquid gold, liquid bronzer. It is lovely. Look at that. I'm just gonna use it like so. You can use this on your face, on your body. You can use this anywhere. Look at that. This reminds me, it's just liquid highlighter. It's a face oil, and it's a highlighter oil, so it has more moisturizing in it than just any old highlighter. It can be mixed in with stuff. It's beautiful. And then right now I am loving this. It's called Just a Sec, and it's a cream shadow. Can we just behold this for a second? Because I'm not wearing it. I'm wearing a different powder shadow from a different video. This is like ColourPop, but what I wanted to point out is, so the shade is beautiful. It's kind of this champagne pearl shade, but the formula lasts so long, and it keeps your shadow. So I wore it as an eyeshadow base, and then I wore powder shadow over it, and it didn't crease. My shadow stayed. And so for cream shadows, for a one and done, this is such a beautiful formula. And I feel like it's very concentrate, and like you can just put it over your lid. It's not gonna feel sticky or tacky, and it's just gonna look great all day. And then you can even use it with other forms of shadow if you wanted. So thank you, Jones Road. That is fun. Clarins sent me their oil balms, and these are so fabulous. They're $30. So YSL, Chanel, Dior, I think they all make a version, and I want to say they're like $40, $50. So if you wanted to get something that was not drugstore, a little higher end, but maybe not as expensive as the other guys, these Clarins are so beautiful. So the shade I have been loving, and I think they're in numbers, so I will post them beneath in my description box, but they smell heavenly. They wear beautifully on the lips. They don't have any, there's no plumping, there's nothing to irritate, or kind of, there's no gimmick about it. It's just, I love it. So this over like a nude, see that? A nude liner is such a nice, oh gosh, it's just a bath of moisture for my lips. Feels good, it looks good, actually wears pretty well. And then I'm gonna show you this shade. The shade is a little more, it's just got a little more to it. Kind of, they're so sheer, you know? I just kind of think of them as, they're tints, they really are. I'll give one to my mom. Oh, they're like the perfect lippy. I'm gonna put this red one on. So cute. Yeah. They feel so good. My lips have been so dry. I think my lips got sunburnt, actually. I'm gonna put this one back on. I just love it. Okay. So speaking of shiny, One Size sent me their alkaline primer. This is their oil sucker. Wow, if you are oily and primers are never, like pore blurring primers are never mattifying for you, this. And it doesn't have any scent. It doesn't have anything in it that is going to irritate the skin, because I think that's what often happens, is that a mattifying primer will have some kind of active, thinking, oh, we're going to help your acne or your sebaceous glands while we make your makeup matte. And personally, then it's too much. Then you've got too much going on your face. So this is just blocking oil from the surface and making your skin look velvet. And you can use it even over foundation if you want to touch up. Just use very little, because it does leave a white cast if you use too much, but which can be just brushed, you know, just sort of that. But I hope that this is helpful. In the job of a creator and an influencer, getting free stuff is a wonderful perk. I am very grateful to companies that trust me with their products to try and share, you know, to try out and share. You know, if you're a beauty editor for a magazine back in the day, you would get so many products sent to you. And of course, people are thinking, well, you want to say nice things so you stay on their PR list. And I totally get that. And I do think we all have biases. I think we do all have something that draws us to one thing or another. And I can admit that, and I try not to pass that on to you, but heck, I don't know, you know? I can't predict what you're gonna not want to see or like to see, and yeah. But I also know that there is so much out there and you're seeing it constantly and you're wondering, well, golly, do I even bother ordering that? And now maybe you've heard just a little bit of what it's like in action, seeing it a little more close up, and it can help you make that decision. That's all I'm here for. I do have some links in the description box. I get a few pennies from affiliate codes and links, and that is my disclaimer, but I don't have one I'm sort of pushing at you more than another. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see this like a series, let me know. I will do this monthly or twice monthly, and it's good for me. I like to know what I'm receiving. I like to know what I've tried. I like to use it as almost like a spreadsheet of, okay, I've tried this. Do I like it? How does it compare to this, and this? You know, that I'm sort of thinking of product and development. I'm thinking of what else is out there. What can I dupe it with? What can I compare it to? And yeah, so let me know. All right. Thank you so much. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.